It's been a year of climate action for the United Nations. The UN Climate Change Conference in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, in November of 2022, concluded with a breakthrough deal, funding for vulnerable countries hit hard by climate disasters.
So at COP27, we've established the fund that will provide one pillar of the response required to ensure loss and damage is addressed.
It is compensation for more developed countries to mainly poorer nations dealing with rising sea levels and extreme weather patterns. Nearly 200 countries signed the agreement. China says it strongly supports the UN's Loss and Damage Fund for developing countries hit hard by global warming. Officials from 24 countries have been negotiating details, like which countries should contribute and the mechanism for distributing the money. As a developing country, China has no obligation to pay into the fund. The U.S. has resisted the creation of this fund for years, fearing legal liabilities for greenhouse emissions causing climate change. The U.S. is the second largest polluter after China. A transitional committee is in the process of choosing a board to move the project forward. Also, this past March, the UN General Assembly passed a resolution asking the International Court of Justice to help hold polluting countries legally accountable to fight climate change.
This feeling, when the sand is slipping between your fingers, that's what it feels like for us. When we're trying to hold on to our languages, our cultural practices, our land, and it's slipping between our fingers like that because of the adverse effects of climate change.
The Pacific nation of Vanuatu pushed for the resolution after student activists organized a movement.
It's amazing to see and humbling to see how this wild idea that we had, 4 years ago, make its way from our classroom in the University of the South Pacific to the table or the floor of the United Nations General Assembly. On the face of it, it is not fair. However, we don't have the luxury of talking about it, so we need to act.
A special UN designated group has sent a warning letter to Saudi Arabian oil giant Aramco, saying its expansion of fossil fuel production and ongoing oil exploration are an existential risk to life and human rights. According to the environmental organization Climate Earth, Aramco is the world's single biggest corporate greenhouse emitter. The company recorded a historic $161 billion profit in 2022. Many say the climate crisis is moving faster than efforts to tame it. July 2023 was the hottest month in recorded history, prompting the UN Secretary General to demand faster action.
The air is unbreathable, the heat is unbearable, and the level of fossil fuel profits and climate inaction is unacceptable. Leaders must lead. No more hesitancy, no more excuses, no more waiting for the others to move first.
Scientists warn transition into green technology is not enough. They say fossil fuels must be phased out and not expanded. Nitza Soledad Perez, CGTN, Miami.